is The Modern Eater Show.
Piping hot and delicious.
The Modern Eater.
Food, 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 food.
You're hot. Colleen's on as well.
Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
All right, why not? We can do this. The Modern Eater Show, live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Beautiful day in August here, just barreling through the summer. Brian Freeman off today. Jay Parker alongside of me.
I can't wait till it's cold again.
You can't?
Yeah.
Ah, man. People like you. But then you don't know what seasons are.
Well, I mean, I do and I don't. I mean, I couldn't tell you the order of them.
You couldn't?
But I know I can feel when they gets cold, you know.
That blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So, winter, spring, summer, and fall?
Mm-hmm. Isn't there autumn somewhere?
Yeah. That's fall.
Oh. Well, same difference.
Brian Freeman, he's off tonight. Jay and myself will be driving the show, and this is kind of cool because I like catching up with Jay on the air. We need more Jay airtime.
It's like old times.
It is.
Yeah.
Dave Avery doing your job. So you're Dave is you tonight. You're
I'm
Brian.
I'm Brian.
I'm me. Yeah, that's right. Brian's probably inventing some produce right now. He'll be back next week. I'm actually taking a strange 1 week off next week for a once-a-year concert.
You do that, and you have done it in the past, and so it'll be, we'll survive.
As the summer dinner series continues, here comes Jake from Bruz Beers, delicious Bruz Beers in the house now. We are on to the ACF, Colorado Chefs Association Apprenticeship Fundraiser Dinner, which will be coming up Tuesday.
Yeah.
And that's week 7 of the summer dinner series. So we've had 6 great weeks in a row already, all sold out. We've got a couple of tickets left, summerdinnerseries.com for the ACF Colorado Chefs Association dinner, and 7 chefs cooking for 30 people. I don't know how you could go wrong with that. The price tag's $80, everything included, tax, gratuity.
You can't go wrong.
Libations.
Bruz Beers.
Rocker
Spirits.
I
mean,
And delicious food.
Yeah.
We've got Chef Michael Poompan.
So happy to be here.
Hey, how are you?
First time in the little kitchen here.
Good to see you here. And chef at the Ritz Carlton, no big deal. Also,
it's a little place.
Also with Elways as well, right, downtown?
We got Elways downtown right in our lobby every day.
Fantastic, man. We got a big show to cover tonight. Amber Strohauer Farms is rejoining us as well.
Woo!
Brought the potatoes. Woo! Woo! Chef Sam New, she's probably on the way. Eclat Culinary, Chef Brandon Becker, Sir Kitchen. Chef Christopher Moore, Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink. And in the next hour, Craig Tabor, Local Board Delivery. Looking forward to catching up with Craig because we sat down, had a delicious dinner at Angelo's.
Mm-hmm. Had some pie.
On 6th Avenue. And just got to know his company, and I think you'll find it very unique. Charlie Gottenkinney at Bruz Beers, and Andrew Moore, Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project, round tonight's show off.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds like a good show.
In the meantime and in between time, we'll go uplink to her, as Little Rich would say. We'll do an uplink.
Yeah, that's
Otherwise, by telephone is Colleen Ferreira from the Colorado Chefs Association. How are you, Madam Directress?
Oh, I'm great. How are you guys doing? The show looks great. I'm on the phone with you, but I'm also watching it online.
Oh, cool. Love that. We've got a nice dinner coming up on Tuesday.
And you know what? You guys do this every year. And you get more and more impressed every year. The mission of who we are is the mission of who you are, educating our future chefs of Colorado. And you guys get that. And we want the community to understand that, too. That's why this dinner is such a great dinner, to open up the doors to the entire community and say, hey, you know what? We all know that people need help out there in kitchens. We've been talking about this chef shortage for a couple years now in the Mile High City. And that's what the Colorado Chefs Association is aiming. We're trying to cut that chef shortage. We're trying to educate as many people as we can to join the industry. And I love that the Modern Eater, that the chefs, our ACF chefs that are cooking on Tuesday night, the passion that everyone has for that education piece and for training the future is just, it warms my heart. And it's going to show on Tuesday night just how amazing it is that people are coming together to support the future.
Oh, wow. Can't really say that much better than
Yeah.
Colleen. But we talk about the educational component and continuing education, but there's a networking component, and I think the synergy is so great between the Colorado Chefs Association and the Modern Eater. And one of the success stories came out this week in Westward Magazine where you see La Patisserie Française.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't really do well with French.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But Sadie Russo and her husband, started a new restaurant location called Bon Bons, and that's actually up near Bruz Beers in Midtown, and just adjacent to them, 2 doors down, I think what it is. And that relationship, when you brought Sadie into the studio, and these folks just like Chef Michael here from the Ritz Carlton, that we met his acquaintance through the Colorado Chefs Association, is that networking component is so integral to what we do as well.
Oh, it totally is. And even more so for the kids, and even I call them kids because I love them all. They're all learning, but they're not even kids. But the students, the students need to build that network. And it starts here. It starts with what we're all doing. It's just trying to build that and help that. So it is. I mean, it's a family, and you've got to support one another. You really have to look out for each other. And I think that's the only way that we all grow together. Don't you think? Is that we all have each other's back, and we all have that common goal that we just want this industry to be as dynamite as it can be.
Oh my gosh, yes. And the element, as you've taken the helm since the first of the year, the things that you have put into motion, and your executive team, truly none better. And I can't wait to focus in on 2020 to where, boy, I just think it can't be stopped. The momentum is right there.
Yeah, I think it is. I think change is always difficult, but it's good. And we have taken this really strong organization with such rich history. I mean, the American Culinary Federation really has given us this, amazing platform to build off of. And every state, for people who don't know, every state has their local chapter. And so the Colorado Chefs Association, the local chapter of the big guy, of the big American Culinary Federation. And so we're just so privileged to be connected with such rich historical organization. And through them, we have so many possibilities. And I think people are getting excited because the sky's the limit. I mean, we're trying to certify our chefs. We're trying to give them as much bonus education hours as they can possibly get, just so that they know we're here. We're here to be that platform to build your career, to grow personally, professionally. And if you want to take a class in butchery or take a class in pastry, we're the people you can come to just to freshen up your skills or to get that certification and become that first step sous chef, executive chef, and master chef that you're looking for.
I'll tell you what, and Jay and I last week during the Summer Dinner Series, anytime that Brandon Hart, one of the graduating apprentices, we have an opportunity to have him in the building. Every time he impresses. And this guy has such a bright future, and now he has the accolades of graduating from the apprentice program from the Colorado Chefs Association. His future is bright, and I'll tell you what, some of the skills that he's learned through working with you guys, he says that without him, he didn't really know what the future would bring, but it's looking bright for him.
And thank you guys for supporting our culinary education program. You guys know how much it means to us. The sole focus of why we exist is the mission of education and building that chef to become the best person and the best chef that they can possibly be. And it's just this dinner on Tuesday. I am so looking forward to it, to see all these incredibly accomplished chefs in our community who are part of the Chefs Association, just out there, supporting the future. And you guys, too, supporting what we can be and what we already are.
It's 6:15 in the Mile High City, the voice of Colleen Ferreira. And as we have Chef Michael Poompan here with us from the Ritz Carlton, you guys have met, obviously, right? Have you guys met?
The only reason I came here, you promised me Colleen was going to be here. So
She's on the phone. That's half a win, isn't it? She'll be here Tuesday night for sure.
But to back up, Colleen's a great partner. She's been critical in finding us the employees for the hotel and getting people in culinary. So thank you so much for the ACF and the Colorado Chefs Association, everything you've done.
It all makes sense, Colleen, from the chefs to the organization to the purveyors, and and Amber Strohauer here with us from Strohauer Farms with the potato and the potato council. That all of these parts work together as one, and when you kind of have some kind of link missing, that, you know, we need to be able to fill all of those links, and I think we do such a good job putting it all together.
We do. And if I can, Chef Michael Poompan, right there in your studio, is our new program director for our apprenticeship program starting this year. So, Chef Michael, we can't thank you enough for stepping up and for seeing what we can do and for being the future of our students and for being that role model that they all need. And so that's what makes this dinner even more special, is that our new program director for all our students is cooking on Tuesday evening. And he's right there with you tonight. So
did you know that, Chef? Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were just dropping that on him right now or if he knew going into tonight. Yeah.
I'm excited to get back in the classroom and be a teacher. I tell Colleen, you know, it's sometimes a little bit hard to stop in the operation, do some of the teaching that you love, but to be in a classroom and teach the next generation and to make this program drive forward, it's an amazing opportunity. Thank you for welcoming me to Denver. Well, they've been here 6 months, and I'm already making strides. So.
That's fantastic. Colleen, we're going to jump to the next segment, but we got to thank you, and we'll see you Tuesday night.
Thank you guys for having me on. Love what you're doing, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday.
All right, there it is, the voice of Colleen
Colleen.
Ferreira. Colorado Chefs Association. That organization is really heading in the right direction. You can see the pieces of the puzzle coming together as we all unite on Tuesday night, summerdinnerseries.com. And, you know, one of the things about being in the kitchen, we truly broadcast from in the kitchen, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Studio Kitchen Colorado is a full kitchen. There's some dial tone for you.
Live radio.
Yeah.
What do you? No man is master.
No man is master.
There you go.
But I just sweat profusely.
Well, now listen, you know, in your defense, and
I'm going to put Amber over here.
That's right.
Amber, you feel like sweating for a little while?
I'm starting to sweat, and I've got about 3 feet farther away from the Big Green Egg.
The Big Green Egg.
That's how you know the Big Green Egg is working.
Proud souls. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Amber Strohauer here with us, Strohauer Farms. We're going to talk potatoes. I love this business that they have, family-owned and operated in LaSalle, Colorado. And really the ethos of this company. And the farming and how long it's been in their family, I think it's worth going over, and we're going to do that next right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg. Welcome, Modern Eater family. Here we are. We are cooking. It's August, and we're cooking. We're cooking meat. We're cooking vegetables. We're cooking the audience. It's toasty in here. Charlie, we may move this to the walk-in cooler for future segments here tonight, but hey.
No argument out of me.
We've got one of our favorites, Charlie Gottenheim from Bruz Beers. Charlie, I hear something's cooking over there.
It is. Well, we just installed a 15-barrel brew house, which quadrupled our capacity.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we did that right before we went on a 10-day beer tour of Belgium back in May, and we've got a second location, a second tap room opening up. Yeah, so that'll be at Colfax in York, and very exciting.
Corner? Like east, south?
It'll be on the south. West corner.
Oh, okay. I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, right across from the Three Lions. And
yeah, that's by our friends, the Goods.
Yeah. Oh,
when
yeah.
When is that going to open?
We're hoping October, but, you know.
The way city is, November, December.
I hear you. That's why I hedged a little bit.
We'll be back, Charlie, to talk more about this. We're going to be back. We're going to take our first break to listen to some of our sponsors. We'll be back in just a few.
In Midtown. We have food trucks daily, or bring in whatever you like, including your dog, who is always welcome inside or outside on our large patio. Check us out on social media or on our website at bruzbeers.com. That's Bruz Beers, B-R-U-Z, at 1675 West 67th Avenue, just 10 minutes north of downtown. The place to go for badass Belgian-style beers.
Hey, it's Greg Hollenbach. Anymore these days, when I go out to eat, I not only want to eat delicious food and drinks, but I also want to eat where I know my money is going to a local restaurant that I believe in. I believe in the Goods restaurant on Colfax and Mark Whistler. The Goods is a community restaurant and bar with a menu focusing on vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, and keto options. Comfort food lovers, try the best burger on planet Earth. I love it. 8 ounces of grass-fed beef and never, ever any hormones, antibiotics, or steroids. The Goods is truly a cultural melting pot, a family restaurant open to all. Their bar program is amazing. Saddle up at their long, luxurious bar, have a nice craft beer or a cocktail. Like their Facebook page and stay up on amazing events and specials going on throughout the week. Located on East Colfax, directly connected to the Tattered Cover Bookstore, across from East High School with free parking and a garage in back. Look them up online, thegoodsrestaurant.com. I'll see you at the Goods.
Hey, Colorado. This is Brian Freeman, owner of Growers Organic and a host on the Modern Eater Talk Show. Growers Organic is a Colorado sourcing company who provides Colorado's greatest chefs with the best organic produce.
1 minute.
Partnering with local and regional farms for the last 20 years, and our returning customers know they can count on us over and over again. Chefs who receive the highest rating on Good Food 100 choose Growers Organic for their organic produce needs because we're experts at bridging the gap between the farm and the table. Join us in the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from The Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At The Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world.
20.
Of different GMO-free spices and ingredients. Oh,
Greg, are you good with both the lies in the next 2 breaks?
of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose the Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
The next 2.
Guys, it's Carly Smith, the fairy godmother here. Don't get too excited. Live from Studio Colorado.
Just giving you guys a heads up. You have one in the next 2 breaks. You're hot.
iHeartRadio. Let's go make some bone broth.
All right, we can do that, but we're going to make some potato soup. Why not?
Potato soup is delicious.
Greg Hollenbach, Jay Parker, Amber Strohauer joining us. Strohauer Farms, no potato soup?
I feel like, why is bone broth? Why is there never potatoes in it?
Right.
That sounds really good.
I know.
Yeah.
But I think
I should talk to Carly on that because
she's not opposed to potatoes.
No, and she's like the bone broth queen.
It's easy for you to say. And you're the potato queen. Strohauer Farms. So we talked I think we caught up about a month ago, right?
Yeah.
And you were on the show and we talked. We just skimmed over Strohauer Farms in LaSalle, Colorado.
Yeah.
Quickly, LaSalle, where is it at?
It's about 50 miles north of here, so super close. We're right outside of Greeley, Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah. Town of 3,000.
Town of 3,000.
Small town.
We need to get up there.
We do.
You guys should.
Can we
right now's the best time.
Can we do a tour? You walk us around and show us where they, dig the potatoes up, and we can jump in the hole and play around?
Yeah, that sounds just right.
Something like that? Yeah.
No, right now it's harvest, so you should.
No kidding.
It's like the best time.
What kind of drive are we looking at?
Depends
from
what you
Denver?
want to. Like, it would take an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Super easy.
Yeah.
You can take these back. I'll give you back roads, and you go past a pony farm, a bison farm.
Nice.
The, what do you call them?
Alpaca?
Scottish Highlander cows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have. Anyways, it's cute.
Yeah.
That's my drive to work every day.
It's goodness elevated, and it's Strohauer Farms. Who's Harry?
Harry's my dad.
Harry's your dad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Strohauer. So once upon a time, if you started this as a story, so your dad's dad's dad, Ellis Island, right?
Yeah.
There he is.
Look at you.
He's coming into the United States and got a love for farming and migrated to the West and wanted to stay into farming. And then, so your dad's dad, what's his name?
They're both Harry Dean.
They're both Harrys. Yeah.
Both Harrys.
And just continued throughout, but the family has continued on with this legacy farm. And have you always been in LaSalle, or were you closer up north? Were you up north more? Or?
Yeah, so no, we've always grown in the same areas. It's just not until my dad was farming did we own the ground that we're farming. So that's why we don't have the Centennial Farm. But yeah, we've been growing in Greeley, LaSalle since 1901. So of potatoes too. So a lot of people don't realize that area used to be huge for potatoes. People think of an Idaho russet, but Greeley, Colorado, like even when I was a kid, there were about 64-ish potato growers just in northern Colorado, and now it's like us.
Now it's like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you narrow that down. So wrap your mind around, like 1% of the population in the United States are farmers. And then you bring it down to where she was just talking about, kind of the potato belt in Colorado, and then narrow it down to you guys. So it's so integral, that area, and keeping just the land is good for it, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, specifically for potatoes, you want sandy soil. But so, some of Colorado is very compacted and clay-like.
Yeah.
But other than that, that area is still huge for ag. It's just not necessarily huge for produce. But, you've got JBS there, and we've got Leprino, the world's largest mozzarella cheese factory.
I was going to say, what's Leprino?
There you go.
The world's
Some
largest.
people use Ascent protein powder, and that comes out of Leprino. It's like a popular brand.
Interesting.
Yeah. Tim Ferriss recommends it. So
the Strohauer Farm itself, and I think that this is just values that are passed down through generation. But when you talk about act with integrity, seek excellence, respect others, develop others, lead by examples, learn continually, and create a safe workplace for all, be an asset to the community. These are all things that I think all businesses should live by, but it's something that's been instilled within the Strohauer family itself.
I feel really lucky because, both my parents work full-time in the farm, and they really live by their values. And so from a young age, that's always been a part of what I've seen and seen modeled, and they work extremely hard 24/7. So I don't know. I just feel really blessed that I get to work with them. It's a struggle. I mean, I'm working with parents. It's not always easy, but it's something that I walk away from every day grateful for that opportunity. And it's truly their legacy, and I feel blessed that, I get to continue that for them.
Is that instilled in you to where you'd pass that along from generation to generation?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope we can continue. There's not that many family farms out there anymore. It's kind of sad to see that, but in some ways it's good. It makes it easier for farmers to it makes it easier for consumers to have produce available to them.
Family farms are difficult, and some of the when we go around and see family farms, that life happens. Parents pass away, children, their lives have gone in other directions. Some want to stay in farming. Others don't want anything to have to do with it. They want to sell off a portion of what they have. And a lot of turmoil can take place within the family to where the farms just don't make it from generation to generation. To be able to see that, and you have a brother and a sister as well.
Yeah, both of them are teachers, so they're not involved in the farm. Maybe that would change one day. It would be awesome. But I'm also.
It's up to you. I mean, no pressure.
I think farms are a lot like kind of the culinary world, because it's probably, in a sense, not the best ROI, but I think there's so much meaning in it and value. And, the restaurant industry puts in crazy hours, and people don't really have a concept of that. And if you own a restaurant, you rarely ever get to leave and take vacation, and that's the same with a farm. So your life is structured very different, especially in this millennial culture. For me, it's very different with my friends. Even they can take weekends off and go visit somewhere, and that's just not something I'm able to do. Sometimes you feel a little bit limited in your scope of what you get to see, so you try and take the opportunities you can. But
does anybody live on the farm?
So I'm the only one that doesn't.
You're the only one that doesn't?
Most of our team lives around the whole farm.
And you live in Denver?
I live in Denver.
Gotcha.
You got to have a connection to what's going on in the scene.
Well, yeah, that's
that's what I tell my parents.
But they don't care, because they're from a different generation, and they're stuck in, and not stuck in a bad place, they're stuck in a good place. And I was going to say, hell of parents to teachers, Amber doing the farm stuff, and it's almost like when you talk about the ROI and a lot of business, what pops into my head is a sacrifice that your parents make, right? They're not making millions of dollars doing what they're doing, but they love it, and even though it's hard, it's a life that is more rewarding on the back end of instilling those things into the children and showing people, like, this is family, this is hard work, and this is what we do. So I think it's awesome. But it is a sacrifice. Some people could sell to somebody big and make some money and go a different direction, but it's a family.
Well, and great that you're back, because truly your life could have gone in a lot of different directions. As you've got a degree in human and organizational development from Vanderbilt University, and had gone on to do some other things. But here you are back in Colorado with your family and the farm. That's a pretty cool thing. But now, we've got to have you stay.
I plan on staying. I mean, I didn't know when I went off to college and then lived in Nashville, my connection to the farm and to Colorado. And so when I finally came back,
I have a lot of friends that are going to Nashville. Is it pretty cool in Nashville?
Pretty amazing.
Is it?
Yeah. It's actually, Denver's not that different, but the nice thing about Nashville is it's just everything's very close.
Mm-hmm.
You have a huge downtown area that everyone goes to. But Colorado, to me, is a better vibe. It's very laid back.
What can you do in Nashville that you can't do here?
Go see live music all the time. I mean, it's like
you can
even
go see live music all the time here.
You have a lot of EDM, and we've got Red Rocks. But in Nashville, you have every type of music, and it's literally everywhere.
I'm pretty sure they only have country music in Nashville. I'm pretty sure that's
country
a thing.
and Christian music.
Yeah, that's it. I thought that was it.
See, what's funny about that is when I lived there, I was an intern at an EDM label, and they used to manage Blau and Grammatic and those guys before they really blew up. So
I never saw this side of Amber coming.
Yeah.
I don't know who Grammatic or Glau, but if they blew up, I guess they're doing all right.
That's
so
right.
Kudos to them.
Wow, hot. I'm glad to see you're starting to.
Well, I have a hat, so it's absorbing. It's absorbing
oh,
it.
Man, we're gonna take a break. 6:30 on 6:30 KHOW, our iHeart Radio affiliate, and Amber Strohauer with us. I want you to stick around because Chef Michael is going to join us, and the Ritz Carlton. One of the things that it's an interesting story, but he comes from California and he loves agriculture, but he was really looking forward to Colorado potatoes. I want to find out why. We're going to keep you around.
I want to know why.
I do too. So coming up is Michael Poompan, and the executive chef at the Ritz Carlton and Elway's downtown.
Now, normally I don't ask for anything or want to hit somebody like Amber, give me some potatoes or something. But when you hear the Ritz Carlton and things like that, you want to do a little bit of hey man, so I don't know with the room if it was discounted or something on a Friday night or something like
Ritz
that.
Carlton?
Yeah,
It's never been you.
I know. Well, I'm not saying it's going to be me, but I think about it sometimes.
All right, coming up, Chef Michael Poompan right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Woo, that was another hot segment. This is like Modern Eater brought to you from the fires of hell.
It is warm.
Hey, we got our friend Andrew Moore from Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project.
Correct, yes.
What's new over there? People are talking, people are saying things.
Yeah, there's a lot of new things. A lot of things we're really excited about, some tough choices, but ultimately we are transitioning our branding to something, to Next Stop Brew Co. that sort of encapsulates that travel theme and that adventure theme that we're all about.
Hence the plane on
the
logo. Nice.
Yeah, and something that's not quite a mouthful as Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project. And we're getting ready to launch cans. So we'll be launching cans in October with the new branding. So yeah, we have a lot going on.
Now, you're not changing your name to Julie or anything. This is just the business, correct?
No, yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure. So one more time, what is that new name?
Next Stop Brew Co. is the new name.
Next Stop Brew Co.
Yeah.
So that website is going to be?
It'll probably be nextstopbrew.com. I'll let you know. We'll come back on the show and let you know for sure.
You'll hear it here first. When it happens, hey, we're going to be right back. We're going to go on the off-ramp and listen to some words from our sponsors.
Right here in Denver, Colorado. With your help, let's make pizza great again. Come into Crush Pizza and Tap for our award-winning pizza, wings, and local beer. But we're serving up 3 styles of pizza for you to crush. Dig into our Chicago deep dish with sauce on top of the cornmeal crust. And don't forget about our Sicilian, that's right, with cheesy crisp edges and that soft crust. Don't forget about America's Pizza. How could you do that? Crush Pizza and Tap's hand-tossed pizza will take your taste buds back to that neighborhood pizzeria you loved as a kid. You like deals? Come in and mention the Modern Eater and get a buy one, get one free on our hand-tossed pizzas any day of the week. Man, that's good. Lastly, don't forget to crush our award-winning smoked wings. They're Little Rich approved and loved by everyone. Crush Pizza and Tap's conveniently located at 1200 West 38th Avenue, just minutes from downtown. Come and crush pizza with us. We've been making pizza great again since 2012. It's Crush Pizza and Tap.
Listen up, barbecue lovers. Greg Hollenbach here for Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Proud Souls is Denver's authority of all things barbecue. Do you rule your neighborhood with the best backyard barbecue? From beginners to pit masters, Proud Souls has all the equipment you could possibly want. A variety of wood, pellet, and charcoal grills and smokers. Award-winning pit masters and owners of Proud Souls, Dan and Tony, have a passion for barbecue, and it shows. Located on 25th and Federal, Proud Souls retail store is bursting at the seams with your barbecuing essentials, the Spice Guy spices, and superior flavored fuels for your pit like hickory, mesquite, oak, pecan, cherry, apple, peach, maple, grape, and a variety of blends. Hit their website, ProudSoulsBBQ.com, for delicious hands-on barbecue classes and get information on current promotions and deals. For the best in barbecue, locally owned and operated on 25th and Federal, there are guys. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. That's ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Colleen Ferreira here with the Colorado Chefs Association. You've probably heard the excitement. This year we are creating a stir in the culinary community. This is your personal invitation to join us on our constant culinary adventure. Let us open up our network to you and help you grow professionally. Whether you are a chef, purveyor, brewer, baker, we are here to build your brand, your business, and connect you with Colorado's culinary community. Join us. I'd love to hear from you. Email me, Colleen at acfcoloradochefs.org.
Want to bake the best? Bake with the best. Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas and the Modern Eater. Our wraps fold cold and don't break open, yet they're soft and delicious. What's my secret? Ardent Mills. Organic, ancient, and heirloom grains like quinoa,
Okay, 20 seconds.
Headquartered in Denver, Colorado, Ardent Mills provides the industry's broadest range of traditional and organic flours, whole grains, customized blends, and specialty products dedicated to providing the culinary industry with the next grains and unique plant-based ingredients. I love Ardent Mills, and I know you will too. To bake the best, you must use the best. Learn more at ardentmills.com.
Yo, what's up? This is Justin Brunson, Ultra Meat and Cheese in Denver Central Market. I'm a meat guy. And you're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeart.
You're on.
He deserves a day off. He's been working hard.
Next week, you're me, Jay.
Yeah.
You do a great job always. Rejoining us is Amber Strohauer Farms, potatoes. There's a link in here. This could be cool. Chef Michael Poompan.
Hello.
Hey, good to see you, man. Official welcome to Colorado.
Thanks so much.
This is it, man. You're hyper local. You're in the community now, and we love having you.
Yeah, we're finding so many local ingredients. Decided about cooking that Colorado lamb and potatoes on Tuesday.
Yes.
You came out from San Diego, right?
From San Diego.
Yeah. So from one beer city to another beer city.
Yeah. Exactly.
Amber, you spend any time in San Diego?
I love San Diego.
I do too.
Yeah.
I lived in San Diego for a while. Off Friars Road and 15, right by Qualcomm.
I lived right there.
Above La Mirage. Were we neighbors? I don't know.
I grew up in California, and I never went to San Diego.
Did you?
What?
No.
San Diego.
I drove through it to go to Mexico as a kid, but I was a
That's
kid, so nothing counts then. You know?
And just, you get the more, what do they call it, the morning burn off or whatever, and then the June gloom. There's all kinds of California terms as far as weather goes, but beautiful climates. Like, what's the temperature today? Yesterday, 72. 72 beautiful degrees. And there you are. You've lived in there, but you've jumped around in the culinary world, right?
So all over California. This is the first time out of state in Colorado. So a whole new journey for us. Weather, agriculture, cooking, everything's a little bit different. So.
Yeah. You started out culinary student?
I did. I did a 2-year college program at a community college called Cypress College.
Nice.
I jumped in with a teacher at Crown Plaza. Finally found an internship with the Ritz Carlton. I've been with them for about 15 years since.
But you took a little, you jumped to Marriott, didn't you?
We're all one family.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
Secret's out.
Yeah.
Interesting. A lot of times when you're with...
I knew that.
Of course you did.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
A lot of times when you're with a large company like that, it's hard to move up the ranks, so you have to leave. Then they figure out your value and bring you back into a sweet job like
You notice that the Marriott actually wants people to move around. We all hop around. We trade places. Keeps things interesting.
Keep it moving.
Well, and you develop new sets of skills too. So if you have to fill in or pop over somewhere, you've done that guy's job. You can jump in, right?
Well, especially for me, I try to cook like wherever I'm at. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a cuisine that I try to bring somewhere. I try to adapt to the place.
So California agriculture, obviously.
Amazing.
Not much.
Amazing.
Yeah, talk about what you love there.
So what I love there is the passion of the people, the farmers, getting to know people that grow things, working with them to, hey, I saw this new seed, and can you grow a couple fields, and let's make it happen together. The adventureness of just, like, we have passion for cooking, right? These farmers have a passion for putting something in the soil, putting some seeds in and seeing what happens. Me, I don't. I put some seeds on the ground, I put water, nothing ever happens. I stick to the cooking, and I let the farmers do what they do.
That sounds like Greg's patio.
Hey, man.
His balcony farming.
I'm a jalapeno balcony farmer, and I do have 5 different varieties of basil.
Of course.
I always say if you need a jalapeno for the season coming up, Greg's got you under control.
Now I know where to go.
I can get about 6 of them to you. That's all right.
It's 6 more than me.
We'll
I
make it into the best possible jalapeno dish we can with those 6 jalapenos.
I like your style. You go from California agriculture, and first of all, you spent a little stretch there on which I love is Coronado Island.
Oh, that is probably the most beautiful place I've ever worked. Walked right out of the kitchen, 15 feet, and there's the ocean.
Oh, wow.
How do you beat that? Coronado Island. You've never been to San Diego, right? Go over the bridge. You're in Coronado Island. And Hotel Coronado, right? Very famous.
So that's the other side of the island. And the funny joke is the Marriott's on the side facing the city. So we tell people, you can go stay at the Del, but once it turns dark, you don't get to see anything. At least we get a skyline.
Side note, flying into San Diego is terrifying. You go right down like that, or you
right into downtown.
Listen,
right
being in an airplane is terrifying. I don't care where.
That would really
something
freak
about
you
John
out.
Wayne Airport out in California, and it's like, well, we turn the engines off, for a few seconds because we don't want the rich people down there to be disturbed by our aircraft, and then we fire them back up. It's like, yeah, far out, man. Can I fly into John Wayne Airport, please, every day?
I love that airport, by the way. Jumping from California agriculture to Colorado agriculture, the biggest differences.
So the biggest difference, I moved here in the peak of winter. There really wasn't a lot going on. Yeah. And for a moment, I second-guessed myself. So, man, where am I at? There's nothing going on here. But as the seasons
we're getting everything from California at that point.
But as the seasons come, we go to the Union Station Farmers Market quite a bit. It's a little bit short walk from the hotel. We start to see some great products, peaches, corn. As all of it comes on board. And you really learn a lot about cooking with an ingredient when you can only use it for a short period of time. It's a little bit different in California because you can always find somebody with that ingredient. There's a lot of little microclimates. Most of the things grow year-round. Here you really got to celebrate, this is peach season, this is corn season, it's tomato season, and use those ingredients to the best that they are.
Yeah, in that previous interview that you did, you talked about you were excited about some bourbon peach jam from Red Camper, cheeses from Haystack Creamery, and then you called out Colorado potatoes out of those 3. Colorado potato sticks out in your mind?
Well, potatoes are the most amazing food on earth, right? They're super versatile. There's so many uses. Everything from, the classic vichyssoise, some soup, to roasting potatoes, French fries, right? Sounds like Forrest Gump a little bit. Right?
Yeah. Well, Michael, here's the thing, and she took us to school last time we were here. I thought there were like 3 different types of potatoes. I knew there were a lot of varieties of potatoes, but go ahead. Give them a little quiz.
A quiz?
Yeah, on some potato quiz.
Did you know that there's more? Did you know there's
so
more
sorry.
potassium in potatoes than there are bananas? Did you know that, Chef?
I did know
That's
that.
the only thing I can retain, so I use it every time.
It's a good one, though.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
How many varieties of potatoes can you name?
20, 30?
No, you can't.
Go ahead. Hold on. Here we go.
I mean,
Go
if
ahead.
you do 6, it's like
Wait, no, let's just have him. I brought him some fingerlings. Do you know what varieties I brought in?
Oh, man, she even told me before the show. She set me up for this, and I'm failing at it.
I tried.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So I'll tell you the funny thing I've learned about farmers.
Okay.
When they find something they really like, they don't call it what it's really called. They make up a new name so other farmers can't find it.
Like, okay.
For example.
This is funny because, like
Hatch chili.
A seed grower, we don't grow our own seed. And a seed grower named this purple fingerling variety this year Magic Molly. So I'm having to sell Magic Molly out of Colorado. Come on.
Show's over, everybody. Let's turn the lights down.
And, let's get the feds in here. Amber and the Magic Molly.
Yeah. So you're absolutely right. And that's why there's probably thousands of potatoes,
Chef, let me ask you this. So you say out in California, obviously the agriculture is a lot different and there's a lot more available on a daily basis, right? And Colorado's seasonal. Do you think because of that chefs get more creative in a city like Denver when it's seasonal per ingredient? So when it's peach season and we go nuts out here for peaches because we know they're gone pretty soon versus California where it's like, I can get peaches whenever I want.
Well, I think you just learn to celebrate things a little bit more, right? Now that the peaches are seasoned, let's turn it into salsa, let's turn it into jam, let's eat peaches fresh, let's do salads with it. And the corn, right? Yeah. Another 1,000 uses for corn. And I think you just learn to celebrate the ingredients a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that too.
What I'm interested in as the seasons finish up is finding ways to preserve, finding ways to make the seasons last a little bit longer, right? How do we take this corn and do something that we can use in the winter? Different fermentation, different methods of taking things in the next season.
Yeah. When you look at Colorado, and we go on a road trip once a year, and during that road trip,
is that the once-a-year vacation you're taking next week?
No, that's not a vacation.
Hey, man, that's not a
We're
vacation.
working hard during that, visiting at least 3 to 4 farms a day. Yeah. But through doing that and the loop through Colorado, you go through so many different climates, so much different terrain, so many different ways to be able to utilize that terrain, whether it's ranching or farming or what it should be used for. But Coloradans, I really give hats off to where they examine the land that they have and figure out what the best usage of that land would be. And we were talking in the last segment to Amber about, is that a good climate in La Salle, Colorado for growing potatoes? And a lot of ranching land is out there for various reasons, but a lot of it being just the soil itself. Mm-hmm. So it's a very interesting climate here in Colorado.
And I'm learning a little bit about this side of the mountain, that side of the mountain, whole different world.
Yeah. It is.
Talking about airplanes, right? You fly into Denver, and I see all the fields. I say, no, you're out there, great produce. I see you. I'm going to find you.
I'm going to find you. Let's continue this conversation. I love it. We'll get into some more food stuff, but we're doing lamb. And actually, the lamb that you're going to be doing on Tuesday night for the summer dinner series with the ACF Colorado Chefs Association. Both of these two folks will be here with us, but the lamb will be provided by Harper Feeders in close to Greeley, Colorado. But looking forward to that because when we went up there and visited that ranch, quit looking at the sweat that's dripping.
I'm looking at your eyeballs, bro. I don't know what you want me to do.
I'm just,
it's hot, man. I feel terrible. Do you want to switch so you can watch me
3
cook?
feet away.
Well, I'm just saying. I'll do it, man. I'll do it. We should take a break.
We'll take a break and we'll come right back because I want to put some food out on this table and see some of the delicious dishes that we'll be looking forward to. And this hour going by quick in the next hour.
Yeah, I'm not so good at radio, but feeding people, I'm better at that. Let's get to that part.
You're pretty good at radio, too. We'll come back. And, again, Michael Poompan here with us from the Ritz Carlton in Elway's downtown. And in the next hour, Sam and Brandon. Sam knew she's a friend of the show, and Brandon Becker, Chris Moore, these are ACF chefs, and they just offer so much to this community. Craig Tabor from Locavore Delivery, and Charlie and Andrew, two of the finest brewers here in town. That will be next hour, so stick around. We'll be right back for In the Kitchen right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Another great segment, Greg. And, we call it In the Kitchen. This should be called On the Grill. It's a little toasty in here. Hey, I'm here with my short friend, Brian Brenning. Brian he's who insures me. He insures Rockalitas. Who else do you insure?
We insure Whoa, that was a...
You insure grills.
Grills. There's really nothing we don't insure commercial-wise, but we specifically are really good at restaurants, hospitality, those type of programs.
You've done a great job for us. I know you're doing it for the Rios. You're doing it for all kinds of different people in hospitality. And, you know, that's part of our viewers are in this industry. And many times they overlook the importance of getting a great insurance representative. I mean, this guy teaches us how to do things to lower our premiums to make his checks smaller. So this is the kind of guy you want. Brian, thank you so much. So I got a question for you now. If they've fallen in love with you, they're like, Brian, I want you to do our insurance. How do they get a hold of you?
Well, the best, I think, would be just a phone call, 970-679-7374, and you'll get a hold of me.
Awesome. Hey, reach out. This guy will get you covered. He'll save you some bucks. We'll be back.
Tolerant or sensitive to gluten? Or maybe you're a gluten-free lifestyler? Is your menu limited because you've eliminated gluten from your diet? Are you missing the taste of foods that traditionally contain gluten? What if I told you that you can add breads, pizzas, muffins, cakes, cookies, waffles, croissants, English muffins, the list goes on, right back to your menu? Gluten-Free Things is a local gluten-free and vegan bakery that reintroduces you to the foods you love. Owner John Irvin believes gluten-free shouldn't taste like the box that it's packaged in. Trust me when I tell you, the products from his bakery in Arvada are fresh, flavorful, and masterly crafted, leaving you with a product that tastes like the real thing. Simply delicious. The bakery is located in Arvada on 64th and Sims across the street from Arvada West High School. Check out their website at glutenfreethings.com. You'll be amazed with the variety of gluten-free products they make. And chefs, don't leave your gluten-free restaurant guests without options. Contact John at info@glutenfreethings.com. That's info@glutenfreethings.com to see what he can do for you. Give him a shot. 11651 West 64th Avenue in Arvada. It's Gluten-Free Things.
Hey, chef friends, it's Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas. Raquelitas, known for hyper-local, innovative
Live in one.
tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you, too, want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant-tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado-grown, cold-pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Hey, it's Chef Elon West.
Yeah, in 30 seconds.
Knife Company. If you cook, then you'll know the importance of a quality knife and proper care. My training in Japan exposed me to exceptional cutlery. That's why I am so excited to offer you the knives I fell in love with. Element Knife Company is chef-driven, and my goal is to support and educate. Get at me for a knife clinic or conversation. Find me at elementknife.com or by simply calling 303-460-4628 for the best.
3, 2, 1, you're hot.
Okay, back to the show momentarily, but I have to tell you about Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions. I talked to Jeff this week, Jay. And Jay, I'll tell you what, Jeff Rourke and his family, him and his wife, Kristen Rourke, they are ready to have another baby girl.
They are.
Yeah, I think about 2 weeks.
Oh, my God. That has to be wonderful and scary.
This is a great family. I'll tell you what, locally owned and operated, A+ Beverage Solutions, just doing God's work when it comes to installing tap systems that the brewer wants their beer to taste the way they brewed it. And A+ Beverage Solutions, that's their sole mission, is to have tap lines that are as efficient as possible, that are customized to your needs, and they do custom build-outs. They just got done doing one at Monarch Casino in Blackhawk, and this build-out is beautiful. So A+ Beverage Solutions, they also want to maintain your draft lines as well. So if you have draft lines, and Jay, you poured 1 trillion beers.
Man, foam is the enemy, and that's how you know if you're somewhere working or somewhere singing, and you're seeing a lot of foam come out of the tap. That's bad news, brother.
Foam is money. Pouring inefficient beer, what are you doing?
You're pouring your money down the drain.
Do not pour your money down the drain. Get a hold of Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions. I'm telling you, it's simple as a phone call away. He's going to save you money, and he's going to make sure that you look great at your bar, restaurant, or brewery. 720-272-3809. Jeff and Kristen Rourke, A+ Beverage Solutions, 720-272-3809. It's Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions.
Feed me now.
This is the Modern Eater Show.
He's coming. He's coming.
And now it's time for In the Kitchen.
How am I supposed to keep on feeding you? Kill people?
Brought to you by Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Award-winning competition cooks and purveyors of specialty barbecue supplies right here in Denver, Colorado. ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
You're hot.
Love those dudes from Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Chef Michael Poompan, he is in the kitchen right now getting together a dish. He's going to come over here in the last couple of minutes of this hour. We're going to show you some delicious lamb that you can have, Jay. Well, you'll have it anyway, but you don't eat. But you'll have it anyway.
I mean, I would like to have it, but you know and I know we don't eat during these dinners because we're working.
We're working hard. And we want to work hard for you on Tuesday night for the ACF Colorado Chefs Association Apprenticeship Fundraiser Dinner. 100% of the proceeds.
7 chefs, 4 of which are here tonight. And Chef Christopher Moore, Sam
Can you name the chefs real quick?
Yeah, Sam New, Brandon Becker, Christopher Moore, Jesper Janssen, Michael Poompan, and Emma Nemechek and David Lewis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great chefs.
Yeah. And speaking of great chefs.
Oh, man, there's the lamb.
This
is something you can have on Tuesday night when you join us. Check it out on Facebook Live right now. This is delicious. Chef, throw your headset on there, my friend. He's going to open up some of this lamb for us. And that's what you want, a rack of lamb.
Wow, and I'll tell you what, man, lamb is some of my favorite meat.
It's got a delicious taste.
It really does, and it stands out from any of the beef, any of the it stands alone.
I like that. He had to grab it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And the headset's second.
Look at him.
All right, there it is. Chef is back. Chef, here we go. This is one of the offerings that we will have for the main course. Now, we saddled you with the main course on Tuesday night. You're okay with that?
That's all good. I tell you, I'm excited to work with this Colorado lamb, Colorado potatoes, get to know everyone.
Got the chef on the spot for the main course. And we're going to cut it. Oh, look at that. Jay,
forget about it.
So when I think of lamb, I think of India, and I think of Colorado. So we're going to blend the two. We're going to take Colorado lamb. We're going to do a little bit of an Indian dish. We're going to roast some of these lamb chops. We're going to make some curry braised shanks. Put it with a little bit of spinach and potatoes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, my God.
Did you use some of the Spice Guy spices there?
I found this today. I figured you guys would have something in the kitchen.
Yep.
I opened it. I took one smell of it, and I knew it was the one.
That's so cool. Zach Johnston is here as well, the Spice Guy himself. Have you ever met the Spice Guy?
He was helping me cook a little bit, and then he tells me, "Oh, I'm the Spice Guy." So.
Yeah, and that's another guy that, and we want to introduce you to so many, and I know it's important to you, local products and agriculture, and one of the things that I wanted to ask you as we're coming down on time here, but at the Ritz Carlton, is it difficult to be able to source in local ingredients into
it? It is not. It is one of our key. If we look at the whole culinary, is United States really set a goal for local, authentic, and fresh. It's us who, as a chef, every day to enliven that in our hotels and make it happen. We kind of say, let us stay with you. Close your eyes. After you leave our hotel, you should remember Colorado. You should remember Denver.
That's what separates the A team from the B team, man. I'm telling you what. And just so happy to have met his acquaintance. You'll hear much more from him, but Tuesday night, come join us, SummerDinnerSeries.com. Get your tickets, but Chef Michael Poompan.
Have a little bit of this.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
There it is. Second hour will continue next.
Ever wonder why Europeans...
Okay. So what we're going to do is when they throw... We are on already, Amber. I was going to tell you all the instructions, but let's dive in.
Okay.
And it's hot enough, so I'm going to give you a little on-air instructions.
Thank
when
you.
This gets to 6:00, we need to be out of here.
Okay.
So until then, we've got 5 minutes and 45 seconds to have a kind of a high-level conversation.
Okay.
Tell us about... Now, you've been on the table. Was there anything that you missed that you were like, oh, I wanted to talk about that, and dang it, we didn't get to it?
You guys do such a good job of asking questions. Man, I mean,
Well, it's, kind of like 60 minutes. It's just one more step, and we're right there.
And we're right there. But no, what I feel like a lot of people don't realize is, we are in fresh season for most produce in Colorado, but that includes kind of these storage crops, so potatoes, carrots, onions. And so right now we're like in the...
these?
These are fresh from the field yesterday.
This had something on it.
So this is silver scurf. Sometimes you'll see these in the store. It just makes the potato not so bright, but it doesn't affect anything of quality.
You call that silver skirt?
Yes, it's like a problem in the soil where...
I'm not very bright, so should people call me silver skirt?
No!
Just checking, I'm not the brightest potato in the field, that's for
Well,
sure.
okay, no, this is actually a great example. So a lot of chefs are starting to, sometimes in the retail space, these are really hard to sell. They're great potatoes, but they're just not appearance-wise the best. And so a lot of chefs will take them because they still make an awesome dish. And so we've been able to move these, which has helped reduce food waste dramatically. So that's what's cool about Colorado is our chefs here understand how, what we can do with different produce that isn't necessarily marketable.
Exactly. Well, and like this. So what you're saying, it's not all that pretty on the outside.
Ugly produce.
But dang it, it's just a gem on the inside.
It is. I wish we had a knife. We should cut it open.
That's me. I finally discovered I'm a potato. I'm a potato. Oh, my God.
You're killing me. You are killing me.
So I want to ask you, as it sounds like you're... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, before we transition, just on this, we have Chef Sam New in the house. She's going to be speaking soon. And Sam, what's awesome, woo, she actually used these potatoes that had the silver scurf and did these purple potato chocolate truffles for us. Yeah, so... she was able to utilize these like ugly purples, and they were beautiful. Like the dish was amazing. We used that at Slow Foods. So there you go. Sorry.
I'm going to throw a comment out here or a
I want to
statement,
hear it.
and let's see what you think of it. Is that I think what you are doing, and I think what I do with my tortilla factory, plays really well here in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Having like almost like an heirloom potato, having very unusual produce that maybe it's a little funky here and there, but it's got a tremendous story. It's got a local angle. I'm betting that, like many culinary activists, and I've been using that term lately, that your farming is you're being respectful of water.
Yes.
You're working to make the soil better than you found it.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to grow a compelling crop. And that plays so well here in Colorado. We have so many, I call it culinary activist chefs, that this is exactly what they're looking for. They don't want the perfect potato or the perfect this or that. They want something that's got some uniqueness, and it's something that they can make a very unique dish that's unlike anything else.
Right, and I think that indigenous type of produce being used in the Colorado chef scene is really becoming popular. Right, isn't it 3 hermanas? It's like you've got your corn, potatoes, and
beans.
Corn,
well, you got beans, wheat. I mean, brother preaches that a lot down in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
So this is awesome. I mean, thank you so much for coming to be a guest again.
No,
so if
thank you
people
for-
want to learn, because we've got chefs watching this,
Okay.
and they're like, I want me some of them potatoes
Yes.
or some of those vegetables. How do they jump in the pool? How do they get started with you?
Well, Bryant Growers Organic has been a huge supporter forever. So they always carry our potatoes. So that's a great way.
Growers Organic.
Yep. If you're looking to utilize number 2s, Food Maven moves a lot of our number 2s, our ugly misfits, and you can always reach out
Are you
directly.
talking about me again?
I'm so sorry, Rich. Oh. Why do you have me on here? But yeah, reaching out directly to me, just amber@strohauerfarms.com. You can email me.
And what's the website?
Just strohauerfarms.com.
Spell it.
STROHAUER farms, plural.
Okay, I'm slow. I need you to do that, Amber, for me one more time.
Okay, yes. STROHAUER FARMS. Woo! There you go.
That's like a cheer.
It's cheerleading 101.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here, and I don't know if you heard it here first, but about their farms, but you certainly heard it here most recently. Do yourself a favor. Reach out to that website that Amber just gave and get started. Start selling. Start offering your culinary activist diners some tremendous produce. So based on that, thank you so much for jumping in, and we kind of had to just hit the ground running here.
Thank you.
We're going to take a little off-ramp. We got some commercial spots coming up. We're going to try to get the fans cranked up, and we're jumping in the walk-in cooler. We'll be back.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank
Rich.
you so much. Thank
System technology and a very unique factory finish process. When we're done, you're done. Nothing left for you to do but enjoy. So folks, think like an ant. Call now and be rewarded by saving 20% up to $1,200 on any window or door project. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors. And of course, replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
Ask Alexa to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. Then you can hear John Caldera tomorrow night at 5.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
If Denver's talking about it, you'll hear it on 630 KHOW.
The following is a paid advertisement. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those
Everybody
of
out there,
KHOW,
beer?
its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
Black Sheep.
How about a bite to eat?
It's time for the second course, hour number 2 of the Modern Eater.
What are you hungry for?
Here's to a meal we're all here for. Delicious and tasty.
Now we're getting to the good stuff. With your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
We can do this hour number 2 of the Modern Eater Show live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. I think the Rolling Stones are playing tonight, right?
They are. Dustin Dustin Evans from Rocker Spirits is up there checking the show out.
Rolling Stones?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he took a night off from
That's why he's not here.
Happy 1-year anniversary to them. Or 1 year, 3 year. Wow. 3 years. And their whiskey releases are going to be coming out soon. And as that's the voice of Jay Parker. Jay, co-hosting the show here with me tonight.
I'm like, where? Yeah.
Jay?
I'm
Brian Freeman inventing some new produce tonight somewhere in a bunker underground.
That's right. I picture him with with the carrot top, not the carrot part, but I picture him wearing that, hiding in the field somewhere.
Inventing new produce.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to
That's what
an
he does.
aluminum hat, aluminum head cover.
He might.
Dave Avery doing Jay's job tonight, and Little Rich doing Little Rich stuff in the Little Rich corner. That's what we've dubbed that, the Little Rich corner over there. These guys, here they are, all in one room, and the microphones right now, and we'll just go on down the line here.
Hi.
Chef Christopher Moore.
Greg, how you doing? Good
How
to see
are you?
Great.
Chef Sam New.
Hello.
Chef Brandon Becker.
Hola.
Still reigning king of the kitchen.
That's true.
We need to get that
We have to
going
fire
again.
that back
boy,
up.
this summer, and everybody is just so busy right now, which I think is a great thing. Zach, the Spice Guy, dropping off some lamb right now. Adjusting my computer. It's all in the family tonight here in the kitchen as we ramp up for week 7 of the summer dinner series. 3 of our esteemed chefs here with us.
Esteemed. I like that word.
It's a nice word.
Truly are.
It's a good word.
As opposed to senior, like that.
Well, you're the senior esteemed chef.
And I think Jesper might be a little older than me. Let's just say he is.
So the chefs are Jesper Jansson,
Chef Christopher Moore, Sam New, Brandon Becker, Emma Nemechek, David Lewis, and Michael Poompan.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 7 chefs cooking for 30 people on Tuesday night. And you guys haven't been able to make it for any of the summer dinner series yet.
This summer's been bonkers.
That's
We've
been
so
ridiculous.
That's
busy.
good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, that's right.
I would love to come and join a dinner, but,
Other things to do.
You trying to pay the bills? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I
that
gotta,
money.
adulthood and stuff.
That'll happen. I always say at my bartending job, they're like, "You still work here?" I'm like, "Well, I show up because so does my mortgage payment."
You got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that these guys right now, and directing the attention to Brandon Becker with Cirque Kitchen, you're killing it, man. You're having fun, doing great things with a food truck concept of just continually changing out your menu and ingredients to have seasonal cuisines that are worldwide, which is great.
Yeah, I love it. Our next menu will be coming out in 2 weeks, and it's focusing on all indigenous food from Native Americans here in America. So
where do you start?
That was redundant.
What are you going to do?
Still conceptualizing things right now. Focusing on squash, the Holy Trinity from its culinary term, from way back when that indigenous people used peppers, onions, squash, and heritage grains and proteins that the natives ate here. So bison, duck, fowls, pheasants, all that kind of fun stuff.
Holy cow.
Sounds awesome.
What kind of route do you take with the truck?
Well, that changes every month. August, we're focusing a lot on Civic Center Eats, Improper City, Levitt Pavilions for some of their concert series, local farmers markets, Cherry Creek, and Stapleton, and then the Rhinos Farmers Market sometimes. We're just all over the place. We'll be at Red Rocks on the 24th.
Keep up with you on Facebook. You post everything on there to where you can go see. And Samantha New with Eclat Culinary.
Mhm.
You are doing, both of you guys, and your dinners look delicious, but who did we have in here? We had some folks that'll be joining us here this next week, and I think that they're actually fans of you guys, or you cooked a special dinner for them,
Yeah,
but you knocked their socks off.
Yeah, so originally I put a gift certificate for a private dinner party in the ACF President's Awards dinner
Oh, that's
fundraiser.
what that was? Oh,
yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, they were the ones that bid on and won my gift certificate. So we did a backyard barbecue. We did like a pig roast, suckling pig roast in their backyard with all kinds of sides. It ended up being like 30 people. And they loved it, and all their friends loved it. And Brandon and I are actually working on launching a partnership events company.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah,
it was coming.
yeah.
It had to.
We've done one dinner already. It was for those guys that we did the pig roast. They insisted. We happened to drop a hint like, oh, this thing's coming
Yeah.
up. They're like, please let us be the first one.
Well, you changed their food life.
Yeah.
Now they can't go back.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hooked.
Yeah.
But truly, the nuances and the expertise, the culinary expertise, and just the ingredients that you guys bring to the table, it truly set a standard for them to where that's what they want to continue to do.
I'm so glad that they came in and just.
Oh, they were just thrilled
That's
when I got to
awesome.
talk to them about it. They were beaming about
Yeah,
just
they're
that
great.
dinner and how to the point of one of the guys took out his phone and said, let me take you down a little memory lane of this dinner here. You guys are I was like, those are our guys right there.
Yeah. Gigi did the photos for us, and we have a whole
So
whole
good.
Dropbox folder. Anyway, it was a 10-course. They paired their own wines with it, and it was a blast.
So these three chefs are going to be getting together just a couple of nights away. SummerDinnerSeries.com.
Right around the corner.
Grab a couple tickets. Come join us. It's all inclusive, $80. 100% of the proceeds go to the apprenticeship program for the Colorado Chefs Association. And you guys have worked with, let's go down the line. Chris, how long have you been with the Colorado Chefs Association?
Going on my 7th year.
7th year. Sam, we met you back, I don't know, time seems much longer than
It does.
Has it been about a year and a half or a year?
I had to renew my ACF membership a couple of months ago, so just over a year.
And Brandon, have you always been involved? It seems like you're kind of new on the team. 6 months.
I dragged him into it.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you what, though, our chapter that we have here in Denver is extremely active, extremely beneficial, amazing networking opportunities, and we're so, progressive, and there's great things coming out of this chapter, which, I've been in a part of the ACF in different areas before, and it was nothing like what we have here in Denver.
Master Chef was at Kermit, I think Kermit Krantz, when we were up at the Broadmoor when we did an interview with him, and he was like, and he's messed around with the ACF all over the country,
Yeah.
and he said nobody's doing it like
Right,
Colorado
right.
and Denver specifically.
Yeah, exactly. Each chapter is independently run, so it's totally up to the leadership in that area to make it amazing.
And what's
not
interesting,
everybody does. We're definitely making it amazing. Yeah.
and I feel like it's just getting going.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's just the tip of the iceberg.
Not only that, but we're the only chapter in the nation that runs their own apprenticeship program. So chefs from our chapter actually teach the courses. I taught second-year apprenticeship last year. Danny Flanagan, who's been on the show a couple times, he taught it he co-taught it with me, and he taught it for 3 years. So all the other chapters across the country are usually partnered with a culinary school to where they actually go to a lab and they're taught by someone who teaches at that culinary school, not an ACF chef. So we're the only chapter in the nation that runs our own apprenticeship, which is we're just fostering and growing our trade and our craft, by bringing up the next generation of chefs.
Yeah, for sure. If we want quality cooks to work for us later and
Right.
maintain the standards in our kitchen and push the industry forward, then we need people that are well trained and well educated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We talk about work work-life balance, type of thing. And more that's on the forefront of people's minds. And I think the Colorado Chefs Association's taking that more seriously. And you look at chefs like you guys where you come in and you say, listen, we do that on a daily basis. We're trying to figure this out as we're going along. And so for you two, and Sam and Brandon, you guys make me sick because you've fallen in love and you're living together now, and just two chefs that are very like-minded in what you want to do, but just creating these culinary dishes that are, it seems like you guys are in the zone right now.
We are. I mean, I think the biggest benefit is that we balance each other out so well. So, I mean, he has Michelin training. I have, production and off-site training, and our skills and our weaknesses really balance each other out. So if you put us together, we're like a super chef. But
Are you guys bringing the heat on Tuesday?
Of course we are.
Yeah.
What a silly question.
I'm the king of the kitchen. Got to.
You are the king of the kitchen, and you'll get the accolades
By
for
a
that.
slim margin.
Very slim margin. Boy, that was quite the fun battle.
I'm not letting
8
that
points.
go.
We need a rematch on that. Maybe that's what we do. We come back with the rematch.
Hey, man,
right?
we're just waiting on the word.
Yeah.
And you guys are busy, I know. Okay, Chris, what kind of heat are you bringing on Tuesday?
I'm rolling first courses. I'm doing all Colorado products, obviously. I'm paired with Jesper Janssen. So we're actually using some gluten-free, John Irvin's gluten-free things, and using some of his products. In the first course with some grilled peaches. We got some awesome products from Brian with Growers Organic, and
Rome sausage.
Rome sausage is our second course. So not trying to go real heavy, but very summer-like, small bites, because we don't want everyone to get to the third and fourth course and be like, oh my gosh, I'm stuffed.
Totally.
So, but yeah, no, it's going to be good, fun, end of summer type of food. That's what we're doing.
Here's what's ironic is I'm super excited for the dinner on Tuesday, and as I hear the chefs talk about their course, I'm like, that is delicious, and I mentally I'm eating it, and then during the dinner we won't eat anything, you know. But it's just ironic as you describe. I'm like, oh, I'm going to eat. Yeah, that's
Sam
right.
and Brandon, what kind of heat are you bringing?
Go for it.
We're making a chicken watermelon margarita.
Say what? Come again?
Exactly.
Not a drink, but
Not
a
a
dish.
drink.
Not infused.
I read the
inspired
description. It's
by a
Kind
dish.
of what we do with our partnership company. It's called Avantgarde, by the way. Avantgarde and Vanguard combined. But what we do is we take the bases of a dish, and we're like, what's in a margarita? And we break that down. And we're like, well, we have to work with chicken. So how can we make a chicken and a margarita work together with nice, light summer flavors?
Do you have a feeling this is like pillow talk to them? That they just,
Well,
at
sometimes.
night it's like,
No,
wait, you
we
want to
are-
deconstruct a
we
margarita?
have to
Yeah,
turn it
love,
off
I
at
would.
some point.
Do you?
Yeah, oh yeah. Like, let's not talk about work anymore. We're done.
You just
for the
planted
day.
the weirdest thing in my head, man. Because then I started thinking about, well, I wonder what the pillow talk's like, you know, and it's like
thinking they just
asparagus
talk
or
food
something.
to
I don't
each
even
other,
know,
yeah.
man.
Blazing pans, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Gluten-free.
But so basically we're working with, we'll just give you the base rundown of things. Chicken, agave, watermelon, squash, or zucchini, sorry, carrots, lime, jalapeno, cilantro.
It'll be fire.
I got the closest in circumference to carrots versus squash because that was in the description.
It's for a specific
I want to
reason.
make
I'm
fun.
ju- I'm
I
not
know.
just
I'm
being
sure
a
there's
pain
a
in the
reason.
neck.
No, I know, but I wanted to make fun of her a little bit, or whoever wrote it, because when I saw it, I'm like, well, what am I supposed to tell growers with this? You got to walk around in the box and go like, hey, what do you think? What do you think? Okay, that makes it. You know, what do you think? What do you think? Okay, that makes it. But I'm excited to see it.
I am too. None better. They'll be here Tuesday night showing off their culinary skills. And chefs, I am so looking forward to Tuesday night. It's going to be a good
Me
time.
too.
It'll be fun.
I'm excited.
Chef-
I like playing around with my tweezers again.
Chef Brandon Becker, Chef Sam New, and Chef Christopher Moore. We'll see you Tuesday night, guys.
See you then.
All right.
Thanks, you guys.
There they are. Okay, let's take a break and we'll come back. In the Little Rich Corner, he's got Chef Poompan with him. And I can't wait to hear what they're going to be talking about there. But in the meantime and in between time, we met a cool brand new business. And Craig Tabor's going to come up from Locavore Delivery next on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Another delicious segment. And let me show you what I'm here with Chef Michael Poompan, correct?
Yeah, and I'm excited to be here with you, Rich.
Thank you so much, Chef. Look what he made. This is what we've all been like chowing on. This
You know,
is
I thought
incredible.
I brought too much food, but it's gone fast, so good to see.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Chef. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being such an important part of the Colorado culinary community.
I'm excited to be part of it.
So I know you're at the Ritz Carlton, so where do I go eat your food at the Ritz?
So every day at Elway's, we serve a couple hundred of these lamb chops in our signature lamb chop fondue.
Oh, Elway's one of my favorites, So what trends do you see? What do you see coming up, Chef?
So being new to the city, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the ladies and the gentlemen of the Ritz Carlton what's awesome about Colorado, and then we're going to integrate that into our banquet menus, our restaurant menus across the board. So let them guide the way.
That's awesome. Well, I'm going to give you a little tip. You want to get local? Keep watching the show. Keep coming down, brother.
Yeah, I love
You're gonna
it.
Find it all. It's all right here.
If only I could be here every Saturday, I'd figure it out.
I know. Well, you can watch us. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We've got messages from Encore Energy coming up. We'll be right back.
Brewmaster at the Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project. At Intrepid Sojourner, beer tells a story inspired by my adventures as a well-traveled archaeologist. My recipes draw inspiration from all over the world, from historical styles like Satis, Greitzers, and Kvass, to adjunct beers inspired by flavors from international cuisines. My beers broaden the horizons of what beer can be. Explore Basil IPA and Turkish Coffee Stout. Enjoy Chai Brown Ale. Taste Lavender Tripel and the distinctive Horchata Milk Stout. Thoughtfully sourced spices and herbs enhance flavors inherent to indigenous beer styles. My sincere hope is that Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project will inspire adventure and wanderlust. Come visit the tap room and share your tales with friends and plan your next sojourn. Located at 925 West 8th Avenue in the heart of the...
No, sir, not this one. The next one.
Next one, okay, thanks.
You want it in this one?
No, you can leave it where it's at.
Okay.
Drink globally, locally.
Hey, you guys, Jay Parker here for Encore Energy. How much are you paying for your natural gas? Wouldn't you like to save 10 to 20% on your natural gas bill? Of course you would. You're not crazy. Encore Energy and Brian Rizzuto can do just that, save you money. Give Brian a call, 720-245-5771. Maybe you own a restaurant or a brewery and use a ton of natural gas. This is how you save money. Get a free savings review from Brian Rizzuto and Encore Energy. Call Brian at 720-245-5771. Save 10 to 20% on your natural gas bill right now.
Rocker Spirits. It's a distillery. It's a place to hang. It's about quality. It's about taste. It's about passion. Infused with American spirit. Rocker whiskey, Rocker rum, Rocker vodka. Get ready for an original look, feel, and experience. Old Town Littleton. And if you get hungry while you're sipping on some drinks, they've got the best food truck line in town. Open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. RockerSpirits.com. RockerSpirits.com.
My name's Chef Keegan Gerhardt, owner of D-Bar, and you're listening to The Modern Eater on iHeartRadio.
All right, let's go. Here we are back at the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio. As our new guest joins us right now, and Craig Tabor, Locavore Delivery. It's good to have Craig on the show. We've been meaning to catch up. He came by and he saw the kitchen last week. But Craig, official welcome to the Modern Eater Show. How are you?
Thank you so much, and thanks so much for having me.
Man, it was a good time. So we sat down, and I just want to get to know people's businesses. And I said, hey, Craig, will you go out to lunch with Jay and I? Said, okay, just name the spot. We said, let's go to Angelo's on 6th Avenue. Went to Angelo's. We shared a kitchen sink pizza. Just, shot the breeze over pizza and talked about business and relationships. And here's Locavore Delivery. We love what you do. And so many of the agricultural purveyors, ranchers in particular, that if it wasn't for you, guys like you and what you do, some of their stuff wouldn't even hit the market. And I think that that's an extraordinary service that you do, not only to them, but the end consumer that are getting the best and the best from your sourcing. So where do we begin with Locavore? Talk about the business.
Well, to build on what you just said, I think that we're all in a local food shed. I think that there's, the stakeholders are the producers, the eaters, and then there's the people that bring it in between the two of those, and then there's the community as a whole. And I created this company 6 years ago to serve all of those people. I don't think that somebody has to win and somebody has to lose in order for a business to do well. And so we like to think that we benefit our community and essentially all the stakeholders in the food shed. So we offer a locally sourced.
Can I before you do
Okay,
that?
yeah,
Because
totally.
what strikes me is that not only that, but you bring all of that ethos of your company from a family-owned and operated business, that you're doing a lot internally for the folks that are working for you and your family. And what you're doing out of and I'll let you talk about it because I think the story is very unique, but it means a lot from a family-owned and operated business to the purveyors in agriculture to the end consumers that appreciate these types of things, but that chain is full circle and you put it together so well.
Yeah. So to be in integrity with who we are as part of this food shed, we treat our employees the same way as we treat members of my family or even any of our producers. I see us all as one kind of, we're all in this together type thing. And so I think everybody wins. My employees are treated very well, and I think they're all pretty happy. We'd have to talk to them, but I'm pretty sure they're all pretty stoked. And it's taken a while to get there. It's not like, I started this company, it was just me in my garage. And I just wanted to, I actually went out and bought a cow on Craigslist because I was so pissed off about trying to go to the store and spend my whole paycheck on food. And so I went on Craigslist. I'd never bought a cow before. And I went on Craigslist and I bought a cow. And this guy must have seen.
Not a lot of people can say that.
Well, I don't know. This guy must have seen me coming from a mile away because I think I got like this beat up old dairy cow and the meat was terrible.
Yeah.
And I was like, which I guess somebody had to buy that cow, right? And in that day, I was that guy. And I was like, there has got to be a better way. So bless their heart, my friends in my community bought that cow from me. And I don't know if they ate it or what they did with it, but they encouraged me to kind of keep going. And so I learned how to buy livestock, and I learned how to, just started developing relationships with ranchers that had integrity and wouldn't give me some beautiful dairy cow that, like people that are just doing things in a good way.
And you'd go visit, and you would check out what they're doing, and you would look at the animals, and you would see their ranches, and
all of it.
Continue that mission throughout Colorado and our neighbors as well, just adjoining neighbors, which I think that there's a lot of value in just having that kind of neighbor feeling of what you're doing. But as you grew from that garage business, right, into what you are today 6 years later, and subscription-based, which you can go to your website, which is locavordelivery.com.
Yes. Yep.
And you're at locavordelivery.com. I'll tell you what, your website's amazing. The stories that you can read about the purveyors of these great meats and ingredients that you can get. It's very well thought out, but you can tell you put a lot of effort into just finding the best of the best.
Totally. That's that's what really lights me up at the end of the day is finding producers that are just super doing what they love. I like to surround myself with people that are doing what they love. I love what I do. I want the people around me to love what they do. And these ranchers, some are just so fired up about their stuff, and I get to learn so much and just be around passionate people, which is super cool. And in turn, our customers are also super passionate. We have customers, I'm super accessible. My customers all have my cell phone number and they call me. I get more text messages of meat on the weekends than most people ever probably get in their whole life. I'll get a picture of a steak from one of my customers, oh, what should I do with this or whatever. And I love that.
Craig Tabor joining us from Locavore Delivery. He sources great Colorado meats, and there's other things in there too as well that you can get with these boxes. But you look at the delivery and you look at their website and the products that they will bring to the end consumer. I think I'm your end consumer. I care about what I eat. I care about the stories. It just makes the food taste that much more delicious to me. But tell me who your consumer is.
Boy, we have such a... I've got a few people that just popped into my head, just some of our consumers. We have, we have young people who live in high rises in Denver that are just super conscious about what they eat, and they do a lot of meal prep. Or we have a lot of CrossFit athletes. That eat a lot of meat, and they just are really conscious about what goes into their body. Ton of families, new moms are really big for us. And just people that give a damn about their food, It's
and wholesome food. It's I want to eat food again.
Right, exactly. Once people have it, the meat actually sells itself. Mm-hmm. It really does. People eat it, and they're like, I got it. Okay, cool.
What are some of the obstacles that you face, and I'll just throw out one just to begin the conversation, obstacles you face with working with some of these ranchers to where you do that so well. Like, I want you to continue to be in the pastures. I want you to continue to develop your herd. I want you to continue to care for the cattle or pigs or what have you. That it's a very interesting proposition where you go in and say, let me relieve you of this portion. Let me relieve you of bringing this to market so you can concentrate on what you do best, which I think is that conundrum with a lot of these farmers and ranchers is, that's not my business. And so taking that burden on for you and locavore delivery, I think it's a pretty cumbersome task, but I think you're up for it and you do it very well. But I would think that would be kind of a difficult obstacle to overcome, to work directly and make sure you're doing the best service that you can for their ranches.
Yeah, it has, it has some nuances to it, and we've learned a lot along the way. I think, before this, I led a manufacturing company for 8 years, and so I was used to things being very consistent. And in ranching, like, every one of our ranch relationships is completely different. Their cash flow cycles are different. Their pasture cycles are different. The supply is all different. Like, everything's different all the time, and we need to be able to adapt to that in real time, and then still deliver somehow a consistent product to our customers, which is kind of the funny part about the whole thing. But it's great.
Your box is scheduled to come to you. There's got to be something in it.
Something good in it. Yeah, totally. And, like, that's where we, that's how we build value. Like, that's the value that we add right there.
Absolutely. It is. So. Here's what I'm excited about. There's a potential partnership with us in Locavore. And what we want to do is one of the things that excited me the most about our meeting was your ability to maneuver and to learn and to grow in different ways. And I think that with the Modern Eater and what we do coming across so many great purveyors is that you're open to conversations about, wow, that's a good product. Maybe that's something that we can bring to market through our delivery channels of that. So I think that there are great opportunities for us to work together to not only take the core products that you have right now, but to build on that portfolio and bring some different products to the end consumer, which is great through a delivery process, which is so easy at locavoredeliveries.com.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we're excited about the future and all that it brings, and and then if I could real quickly, this just happened today, but it's something that we're super fired up about. We do a lot with, like, boutique processors and boutique farms, and we just found a farm on the western slope that is selling us 12 completely fruit-fed Kuni pigs for sale to our customers.
Wow.
So they've only ever eaten fruit for 18 months. And so a grocery store wouldn't know what to do with 12 pigs. It's just not enough to create SKUs and deal with it or whatever. But for us and our customers, it is the perfect fit.
Yeah, you have a one-off product.
So, like, 4 or 5 times a year, we get stuff like this. Like, we'll get an 8-year-old Angus cow that we get to sell, and it's this, like, beautiful, boutique, super unique kind of stuff. And that's one of the things, to speak to your point about being a small company and being flexible and nimble, is that we're able to offer these, like, really cool stuff that just gets me all fired up.
What do you think? We find some cool stuff and we bring it to market for folks that would normally not have those avenues of dissemination?
That's why we're here.
Wow, let's do it, man.
Cool.
There he is, Craig Tabor.
Hey, thanks so much for having us.
We're going to have him back a lot of times.
This is my favorite part of the show is guys like Craig that come on and talk about and how passionate they are. And then that's the difference, man, between one business to the next and how you're treated is you have to follow the ladder up to the top, and whoever's at the top, if they care about what they're doing, then that trickles down to every other aspect of it. And too many times, there's a lot of businesses out there where that's not the case, and crap trickles down from the top.
I promise you, these are the types of guys you want to do business with, because not only are you making a difference with him, his employees, his family, but the end consumer and the purveyors of these great products that he gets together and delivers for you on a very consistent basis. I want to be one of the end consumers, so I'm going to go through the process. I'm going to set up an account on locavoredelivery.com and get some stuff sent to me at my house. But I really, really believe in what you're doing, and I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Thank you so much, and thanks so much for having me on and for the awesome show.
Greg Tabor.
Awesome.
Locavore Delivery. You'll hear so much more from him, and we're going to come up next with a couple of the brewers that we love so much. And the Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project has had some changes in what they're doing, and actually there's a rebranding and a new name coming up. And then Bruz Beers, which is they're doing some expansion work, and we can't wait to give some of these announcements when we come back next on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg. Another great segment with Locavore. Here we are in the kitchen, the Sahara kitchen right now. It's a little toasty. Hey, we've got Brandon and Sam, dear friends of the show. They've been here dozens of times, probably by now.
A few.
Tell us what's new. What's happening in your world? I hear something new is coming.
It is, yeah.
Oh, you're going to hear it here first.
Coming eventually. So, with my catering company and his food truck, we're pretty busy people, right?
Yes.
But we spend all of our time making food for other people, right? Like.
And you don't eat.
Right. Well, we don't eat. Right.
That's true.
But it's all custom. It's tailored to what they want, and we like to play. You know, we're creative
Yes.
people. We like using really high quality stuff and stuff that kind of pushes people out of their comfort zones. So we are working on starting a company that's going to focus on high-end pop-up dinners, like private in-home dinners, multi-course, wine pairings. It's for us. Honestly, it's for us. We just like to play with food, you know?
That's going to be awesome. How do I find out about it real fast?
avantgardeevents@gmail.com.
Oh, that's awesome. We'll be right back. I just had to just cut.
Rome Sausage, your hyper-local source for all things sausage awesomeness. My family is proud to carry on the fine traditions of Rome's founder, Jerry Rome, by producing a variety of amazing sausage in small batches with an eye on quality, not quantity. Every batch is made here in the great state of Colorado by hand mixing spices, utilizing lean cuts of pork to make an outstanding product. Sourcing ingredients and materials locally, we are committed to supporting local vendors, chefs, restaurants, and the entire Colorado food scene. Getting hungry yet? Brats, Italian, breakfast, hot Polish, green chili, chicken apple, and the world's best chorizo. You can source all of our sausage through a variety of food service distributors. If your distributor doesn't carry it, call us. We'll come direct. You want a custom item? We'll do that too. Samples, and of course, sausage jokes, can be had by contacting me directly at chris@romesausage.com or by phone at 303-296-7663. The modern eater loves Rome sausage, and I know you will too.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater, listen.
1 minute to the live.
Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At The Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients, or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose The Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com.
30 to the live.
And it's Colleen Ferreira with the Colorado Chefs Association. Are you ready to put your passion to work? Well, we train the future chefs of Colorado, and we want you to join us. The Colorado Chefs Association is recruiting for our fall semester right now. Join our American Culinary Federation accredited cooking program. Work in a professional kitchen and get paid, all while earning your sous chef certification. Email me at colleen@acfcoloradochefs.org. I'd love to hear from you. Join our excitement and
All right, you're hot.
farm and the table. Join us in the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Okay, I think we're back.
Hey, this is Brother Luck from Colorado.
Hang on. I'm going to do the rejoin one more time.
Thank you.
Owner of 4 by Brother Luck and Lucky Dumplings.
Yeah, sorry, fellas. You guys cut out.
Yeah, I know.
And you're rocking with the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, you're hot.
All right, we'll figure it out around here. We got a lot of moving parts, and back to the show right now. And this is a cool one because Jay Parker.
Yes. Oh, you want me to do it?
Co-hosting right now.
Oh.
Do what?
No, I thought you were going to say, tell me who they are. But,
do you know who they are?
Well, I mean, I know who they are, but I'm also here with you. Yes.
Who are they?
I don't know these guys. Charlie Gottenkieny from Bruz Beers and Andrew Moore from Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project. Two of our favorites, coincidentally sponsors, but that has nothing to do with it. So, fellas.
So, Jay.
Charlie Gottenkieny and Bruz Beers is going to be part of the Summer Dinner Series on Tuesday.
We are.
With Rocker Spirits. Intrepid, you guys did, I think, the first dinner, didn't
first
you?
one, yes.
You did the very first one, and you did all 8 from last year. So
Yes.
no stranger to the Summer Dinner Series.
8. That must have been a strain. That was.
I mean, it was a lot of work, but it was a ton of fun.
Yeah, we got a couple of segments to catch up with these guys, but I think it's really interesting because both have big announcements that are going on right now. Some a little more salacious than the next, and we'll start with the salacious one, and that Andrew Moore, Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project. Big changes that are going on right now at the brewery. Can you give us a little insight?
Yeah, so we're sort of transitioning to focus exclusively on distribution for a while. So if someone is looking for a turnkey brewery, our current location is on the market. We are rebranding. We're very excited. It's same beers, new name that focuses on travel. We sat down and we said, you know what, this brand is really all about travel. We want people to go to these places, to experience the places that inspire our beers. And we think we can do that more efficiently than with the Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project. So Next Stop Brew Co. October 1st will be Next Stop Brew Co. at the Great American Beer Festival. And we'll hopefully be launching cans under that label right around the same time.
Really? Wow, yeah. Moving fast.
Well, we've been moving for a while. We'll be contract brewing for our cans, and we've been out on the market talking to many different breweries who are interested in contract brewing for several months.
Now, I have so many questions, and Charlie, you can jump in. Any questions that you have, I'd love, because coming from owning a brewery and a beer guy yourself and a brewer, that I think you can add a lot to this conversation. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of overwhelming a little bit.
Yes.
And obviously very tight-lipped, because I consider myself a friend. I read about it in Westward.
Yeah,
that's where I got it from. I mean, This was something that hadn't been talked about a lot, so on and so forth, but I knew that when I saw Next Stop, I was like, these guys are genius, because not only is it the next stop as far as travels, right, tying in the name with travels, but kind of the next stop of what Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project had provided for us with the beer project itself. So it's almost like you guys have had this master plan since day one.
I'd love to say that was 100% true. We have always wanted to go the distribution route. We have always wanted to get our beers in cans in Colorado and elsewhere. And so that's always been part of the plan. And just like you said, Beer Project, right, the tap room, it's been a wonderful place to sort of experiment and dial in recipes and see what works and see what doesn't. And so it's time for our next step. And this is it. And, it's important, I think, I'm sure Charlie knows this too, but the brewery market is changing a lot, right?
Uh-huh.
We're sort of transitioning, I think,
very rapidly.
Very, very rapidly from an emerging market to a mature market, and we're going to see some, I think, different business plans. And it was important for us to get out in front of it and say, hey, we're not going anywhere. It's the same beer that you like. It's the same beer that's available all over town, with just in a little different package.
Everybody's heard the term water finds its own level, but it looks like beer's finding its own level right now here in Colorado. Truly, but another question that's rolling around in my head. So, where will you be doing production?
So, we're still finalizing our contract brewing. So I can tell you more when all that happens. But in September for Colorado, we'll start brewing with 105 West Brewing Company down in Castle Rock. And we'll be launching cans. Most likely our Kolsch. It's a lemongrass and ginger Kolsch. It'll be Bangkok Kolsch, so next stop Bangkok. And we just finalized the can designs and the logo, and we're getting really excited.
Wow.
I want some of that.
Yeah.
Charlie, what do you think when you hear that kind of talk, and explain to people that don't know how the beer climate is changing in Colorado?
Well, I mean, you've got a lot of breweries in this state. Over 500 breweries either built or in planning or under construction. There's about 150 in the Denver area.
Yeah, at least.
So the market's tightening up. I mean, you have to really have a niche, and our niche is Belgian style beers, but Andrew's niche is quite a bit different and lends itself, I think, to the model he's described with distribution and all. So
right.
We're taking a little bit different tack, and we're going with more tap rooms. So
I was going to say, you just put a new
Charlie,
system
jump in on that. So here it is.
So we decided, that the most lucrative and best suited to our talents approach from a business standpoint was to go with additional tap rooms, and you're seeing a lot of that. Odell's is opening up tap rooms all over Denver. New Belgium, Oscar Blues has been doing it for some time, and it seems to be the model that a lot of people would rather sell beer by the glass over the bar than focus more on distribution and stuff, which can sometimes be pretty capital intensive. So
that's a satellite tap room that you're opening up.
It is, yeah. We won't be actually making any beer there.
Colfax and Josephine.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, and I've seen the space. I haven't seen it since it's built.
It's actually York. So Josephine's.
Is it York?
Headed north, and York heads south.
Good correction. So that particular place will just be pouring beer, right?
Mm-hmm.
No production.
Right.
I haven't seen the inside yet. You're doing the build out now?
Yes.
When are you going to be ready?
Well, that's the big question.
I know.
So that kind of depends on the city and county of Denver as to when we'll be opening, but we expect to have construction finished probably in the next month. So
this urban beer garden will be crazy.
Yeah, we have a big, huge patio that's just really wonderful, and it's going to be nice inside, and we're going to have not only a mirror of our beers that we have at our Midtown location, but we'll also be having some specialized beers that'll just be for that location. So
I want to talk about beers. The Great American Beer Festival's coming up, has the shine worn off the apple. What are we looking at as far as the brewing community? Here's two great Colorado brands, Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project. Now, next stop. Will Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project go to ground?
Yes, basically. So, I mean, the tap room, as long as the tap room will continue to function as normal hours, we'll be doing all new Friday beer releases every week. But once we're no longer in the taproom business for now, then it'll go away. But as long as it's there, it'll be the Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project.
And next stop?
Next stop will be everything in cans and kegs and everything you'll see around the city starting October 1st will be next stop.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. That is so exciting. Nice. So as we're going to talk about next stop and Bruz Beers, but I want to look into 2020. I think we're all seeing pretty clearly right now is really what does the market bear as these brands have grown together. Bruz Beers fairly young. You're a 3-year anniversary.
3 years old, yeah.
3 years old.
A little over 2. 2.5.
A little over 2.5. 4.5 years old. The Modern Eater Show. We all kind of growing up together, and these are the years of where we're really looking into clarity. So I want to look into that crystal ball in this next segment and see what's on the horizon for 2020 and what you guys are most excited about in the beer world. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, Charlie Gottenkinney, Andrew Moore, Jay Parker here alongside of us. And we'll take a break. We'll come right back. Booze in the News is next on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg. Great segment. Holy cow, we're heading into the final approach. So you know what that means. Put your seat backs up, your table trays in the upright position. Getting ready. And so our last guest, we saved the best for last, was Chef Chris Moore.
Appreciate that. No, thank you.
He's from a place, ACF, but
ACF.
also Degree. Tell us about Degree.
Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink. We're at the Metropolitan State University campus, right off of Spear and Aurora, across the street from Pepsi Center. We have new menus coming out in like 2 weeks. Fast, fresh, light, all Colorado. One of the things I love about coming here is I get to network with great brewers like Andrew Moore and Charlie from Bruz Beers, because I'm trying to get their products into our restaurant. Because we have travelers that come from all over the world, right? All over the nation. And instead of going to try and find their places, they can just come to our restaurant and tap into really great beers and local products.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
That's awesome. I tell you, I love your place. It's so, and here's why I like it. I'm old. I want drama-free dining.
You'll get it.
I valet 10 steps. I'm in the building. I'm
Got
at
it.
my table. Done.
That's it. DegreeRestaurant.com.
Great meal. You heard about it here at the Modern Eater. Hey, we're going to be back. We've got some of our last sponsors, Bruz Organic and Colorado Mills. We'll be back.
This is Peter Allman, the founder of South River Aquaponics and Alpenglow Mushrooms. As a Le Cordon Bleu trained chef, I know the importance of quality ingredients. That's why in 2013, I left the fine dining industry to start a sustainable organic farm. At South River Aquaponics Alpenglow, we are the leader in sustainable growing practices, utilizing our natural resources as effectively as possible. No pesticides, no GMOs, no funny business, just clean, honest food production. We use old world techniques combined with modern technology to bring you the best possible produce. Our gourmet mushroom facility provides CO2 for our greenhouse that grows tilapia as well as lettuces and herbs in our aquaponics system. Look for us in Natural Grocers, City Market, and served on the plates of Colorado's finest chefs. At South River Aquaponics Alpenglow Mushrooms, we're growing greener. To learn more about aquaponics and see our products, go to our website at southriveraquaponics.com. South River Aquaponics, the future of farming.
My dad's vegetables are so good, I can't live without them.
Hey, Colorado chefs. Brian Freeman with Growers Organic and the Modern Eater Talk Show. Do you care about where your food comes from? I do. Do you want loyalty from customers who care about that as well? I can help by providing top quality organic produce with reliable delivery, knowledgeable sales team who genuinely care about how food is grown, transported, and served. Chefs, Growers Organic will ensure you have excellent ingredients for your next James Beard dinner, your nightly specials, or your regular menu items. Join the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Hey, chef friends, it's Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas. Raquelitas, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you, too, want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant-tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado-grown, cold-pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Now it's time for the Modern Eaters Booze in the News segment.
I like my beer cold, my meat grilled, and my entertainment explosive.
All we need is a chair and a cooler beer.
Here's your booze.
All right, we're going to do Booze News here in just a second. All the Booze News you can use on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio. But in the business, they call it a make good. And we're doing a make good right now. Aspen Baking Company, a new sponsor of the Modern Eater Show. And we couldn't be happier than that. And Jeff Nations and the gals there, Hollis and Cody Ann and the whole team. They have a great team. But, Richie, you were over in the corner doing great little Rich magic. And we were unable to get it on the air, but we're going to do it right now.
So I crunched up all that from the other brands for nothing. Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh. Well, you know, Aspen Baking, Jeff and I go way back. He's new to the show, but definitely not new to Colorado and not new to the top chefs on delivering the top bread that they can find.
That's it?
I'm just kind of...
They offer so much. I mean, fresh delivery. Here's the deal. When it comes to bread, sandwiches, dinner table, everything starts with bread for me. If you have a sandwich, you got to have delicious bread with that. And no doubt that Aspen Baking is doing such great things with their bread, but they also have a grab-and-go service. Mm-hmm. They'll deliver to you, whether it's your office and you do a luncheon at your office or an office party, or you have, just like the guys down there at the Hyatt Regency downtown, you can do their grab-and-goes, and Cody Ann Locateur, she's doing great work to get involved with that. So.
And those grab-and-go boxes that they deliver are also they're fully furnished, right? So it has your sandwich on their delicious bread. They've got a piece of fruit in there, a drink, and then a little treat. So it's not just it's not just a bag of bread and here you go. They give you the whole package.
Now, Jay, have you ever had one of their croissants?
Yes.
Their croissants are like the size of the head of a small farm animal, and delicious. And butter. If you're vegan, you probably don't want to go there. But oh my God, is that great? The croissant's awesome.
Bread, artisans, and pastries. AspenBaking.com. If you want the best and the best, and you care about local products that have all of the things that you would care for with slow proofing, trans fats and preservatives free. and traditional products. These guys, there's none better. You can go online at aspenbaking.com and fill out a quick little questionnaire and put yourself in for delivery service. They're going to do all next day stuff for you and get on their list to be able to provide these things for you and any of your baking needs. So Aspen Baking and aspenbaking.com. Thank you, Rich. That's Aspen Baking Company. Back to the guys here, Charlie Gottenkieny and Andrew Moore. Bruz Beers and Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project. I set this up before the break, but 2020, we're coming into an interesting age, and especially when you see beer and breweries in Colorado to where the growth really, I think, hit a threshold to Colorado that the best of the best is figuring itself out, and your breweries and what your game plans are going to be with that. We'll start with Andrew. What are you going to be seeing in 2020, just through your lens of, host of Beer Craft that happens right here on Mondays at 4 o'clock on the Modern Eater Network, as a guy that's hosting a show and you get to talk to a lot of breweries and brewers. What are you seeing in the climate of beer these days, craft beer?
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of breweries are looking at taproom locations and multiple taproom locations, and sort of, and looking at that, at going into a neighborhood and being a local brewery. And I think, the big thing is, I don't know if there's too many breweries. I think that's kind of
is that antiquated?
Yeah, it's not really a great statistic, right? It's like nobody says, oh, there's too many restaurants, right? And restaurants open and close all the time. Or too many wineries or something like that. I think, but as the nature of the competition is changing, so it becomes more like running a tap room becomes more like running a restaurant, right? Like the service matters, the experience matters, right?
Definitely. The product matters, right?
The product matters, but you also can't, it's not enough to just make a great product and open a tap room where you've got old grain bags stapled to the wall, right? You've got,
the novelty is gone.
Yeah, the novelty of the lumberjack chic is gone, and now you just have to up your game. You've got to advertise, you've got to market, you've got to create an experience for people.
There's also a lot more, at least in my opinion, there's a lot more attention on breweries here in Colorado because it's the boom, it's the craft beer boom versus restaurants. Like you say, restaurants open and close all the time, and people don't really talk about it as much as they do breweries opening and closing. And I think it's just an attention-based thing to where beer is so hot that they micro-examine every aspect of it.
For 4 years in the state, we only had 2 breweries close, and this year we've had 10 or 11 close already, and we've still got 4.5 months to go. So it's also just something that people aren't used to, but it happens in a mature market, and it's going to continue to happen with breweries.
Charlie, I value your opinion. Go ahead.
Well, for years I've thought you're going to see a shakeout in the industry. You've got a lot of breweries in there. You've got, just so many people who are craft beer aficionados, and as they spread it out among more breweries, you're going to have to do some things to attract people and keep them coming back. And one of the things that we know, and I know Andrew's experienced the same thing, you've always got to be coming up with new and different stuff. And there are a kabillion styles of beer in the world, so one of the reasons we chose Belgian beer to go forward with is, there's 800 beers made in Belgium, so you're not going to run out of stuff to brew by any means. And, we're one of the few Belgian-style breweries in the city, so, that helps us a lot. You get a lot of people that like Belgian beers, and they'll come to where they can get good examples of them.
How do you know when a brewery has stuck? They're not going anywhere. How do you know? Do you have to look inside the books? Do you really have to see deep inside the business, or is it just they have a good contingency, they have great beer, their location's good, they're not going anywhere? How do you know? Is there a way?
I guess my initial reaction would be to say you don't know, right? You have, from a business standpoint, regardless of how full the tap room is, right? You have no idea what's going on, like you said, with their books, with their debt load, with their investors, with their partnership. You never have any idea.
You see it when somebody closes down that you thought that's been in business for 20 years, and you thought 20 more.
You see big breweries now who have been distributing in 20 or 30 or 40 plus states, and suddenly they're having to make these radical right-hand turns to stay relevant, and to continue to grow and continue. So I don't know, breweries that we thought were safe are suddenly not safe. And I would think that probably in the next year or so, you're going to see at least one of the really big guys that you thought was safe.
I want to
continue
this conversation. We should have it on Beer Craft. and on Monday if we could do that. But we'll be back next week with the Modern Eater Show.
Ever wonder why Europeans seem to speak so many languages?